Hello, StarCraft fans! This is falconpaladin coming to you with yet another cheese compilation. This will be number 8, and it's going to be started with a game between David Meister and No Free Will on Abyssal Reef, the latter edition. Yeah, this is our semi-weekly examination of cheese. Cheese does not win or lose every single time, so you never know who's going to come out victorious. On the bottom right side of Abyssal Reef, the latter edition, we have the red Zerg player. It is No Free Will. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is David Meister. If you'd like to submit a replay to Falcon Paladin to be considered for the cheese compilation, go ahead and send it to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. I will send them all, I promise. Everyone I get to my screeners, they will look them over. As we get a proxy racks coming from David Meister, look them over and tell me which ones are the best. Special thanks this time around to Jonathan and Don and Uncle Vinny for their time that they took on getting through all of the cheese. I got a lot this time, you guys. A lot of cheese submissions. The best ones made the cut. If you did not make the cut this time, don't worry. There's another one in 2 weeks. I'm going to do this pretty much forever, so no worries on that one. You'll get in here eventually with some good cheese. Drone does scout this. No Free Will. Showing up with his drone. He could probably kill that SCV with the drone, but instead he decides to back out. He backs out with the drone, immediately builds a spawning pool with his drone. All right, man, I don't know about this. You could, okay, pro tip from Falcon Paladin. If you see this, you can shut this down. You can kill that SCV or force it to retreat, leaving the barracks unfinished, and that kind of just shuts down the cheese entirely from your Terran opponent. Instead, he goes for the pool. He cancels his hatch. Okay, cancels his hatch first, goes for the pool, which seems fairly smart here as another barracks is coming up. And actually, David Meister taking the time to get a reactor here, and he does have gas, so this could be kind of a proxy 3 racks Reaper type thing. Again, it's odd he didn't get at least one Reaper to get some harassment down early, but again, I'm not sure what level this game is. Cheese compilations come from all levels, all the way from Bronze up to Grandmaster. I really don't know what they are. When I start casting them, I should probably pay more attention to the loading screen for that kind of information. But you know what? Cheese is cheese. Cheese is fun. There goes the Spine Crawler for No Free Will in between the spawning pool and the hatchery. I'd like to have one maybe back here protecting the mineral line a little bit better as well. Baneling Nest coming in, good grief. And a little bit of a proxy hatch from No Free Will. Throwing up a hatchery in his opponent's third base location. So he has some ideas of his own. He's going to try to live through this attack from David Meister. And can't say I blame him for that one. So what do we got here? Lings, we got Spine Crawler, we got Baneling Nest. And still, oh, it's just Marines. It's just Marines coming in. What is this gas for then? Why is he harvesting gas? He has okay, he's following up with a factory. That helps a little bit there. Overlord going to scout in, recognizing there are no Marines in here. They're all down in the front of my base trying to kill me. So I can float in here just fine as a slow Overlord and will not die. I can scout out this factory, which is exactly what you want to do. Slow Lings here for No Free Will. I would get speed. Oh, just kidding. How about you morph in about 8 Banelings then? 8 slow Banelings morphing in. This group of Marines, of 6 Marines, is not going to have a good time. Spine Crawler plus this many Banes, unless there's an incredible amount of micro from David Meister, actually not moving in at all here. He instead is getting a bunker on the low ground just outside the ramp of No Free Will. Oh, he's trying to go for the 1 base contain, which could work, except for the fact that your opponent already has a hatchery outside and is setting up to do something harassment type here against your base. This Cyclone could use its lock-on ability to chase away the Slow Overlord, but is choosing instead not to do that. Is going to kind of hang out, and perhaps David Meister is busy microing his Marines at the frontier. Micro Marines, Micro Machines. You ever have play with Micro Machines? As these Marines come up the ramp, again, Spine Crawler, Banelings, and Lings coming down. They're going to bust the heck out of this. Get the bunker. Get the bunker. No, they're chasing after the Marines. Oh, the bunker is down to 34 hit points, and it's, oh, there we go. It does explode, but there are still 5 Marines. 5 Marines down on the ground, 2 more. Coming in, Spine Crawler up top, and some Banelings here doing a pretty good job of shutting this down. David Meister continuing to make this thing happen. No Free Will mining from his expansion base. Here at the third, just below the main base of David Meister. I keep expecting him to see that, but he instead is not. Anyway, Micro Machines, just little tiny cars and trucks and planes and things. Really fun. I mean, I remember playing with those in like 3rd grade. Bring them to school. Teacher would not like that very much, but you can kind of sneak around with it as the Banelings come rolling down the hill. Pretty good micro from David Meister, not allowing the Banelings to hit. Again, microing against slow Banelings is not super difficult, as this Marine's body flies into the air and actually is leaving a trail. Leaving a trail of like oil or something as he flew up to the surface there. I've never seen that before. The visuals on this map are always very entertaining, no matter what they are. Tank on the way from David Meister. He wants to break this front with tanks, which makes a lot of sense. Overlord finally getting killed by the Cyclone using the lock-on ability. Should have enough DPS on lock-on. What is it? 160 damage. Actually, no. Doesn't have enough to kill an Overlord straight up. So recognizes that. It's going to head on out, go to the front, go try to help out its rest of his buddies. +1 attack on the way. What do we got? No free will. Got some lings down here. Could drop him inside the main base. Making a drop lord would make a lot of sense here. Does he have an evolution chamber? He does not have an evolution chamber, so he can't do that. I don't know. I guess he's just using this to mine. He's not really going to use this hatchery to be aggressive at all, which makes no sense. No sense whatsoever here. A lair coming up for no free will. Can he? Roachhorn coming up from no free will as well. All right, so 3 bunkers on the low ground for David Meister. Again, very difficult to break for no free will at this point. He is stuck on one base, and I think he knows it. This creep spread is pushing out. He can see quite a bit. Oh, actually can only see one of the bunkers, not the other 2. I'm surprised he can't see this one. That's odd. Either way, another Cyclone, and he does take out the Overlord, finishing him off quite nicely. Kabloop. There he goes, taking an extractor. His natural base is no free will. And by natural, I mean second base, really far away. So 2 spines at the front. Marines trying to give sight to the tank on the low ground, but getting murdered instead. Another body flying up and disintegrating. Is that new? Do bodies disintegrate before they fly too far into the sky now? I haven't really noticed that in recent casts on Abyssal Reef, but actually it's been a while since I cast something on Abyssal Reef, hasn't it been? Thinking about it. Well, maybe since I've cast, but not since one's been posted. Sometimes I cast things out of order. Cyclone coming to the front here for David Meister, throwing down a starport as well. A Banshee would be super good in this situation. Cyclone trying to come up with this ramp. You get some damage down on the Cyclone or on the spine crawlers here, but instead gets shoved away a little bit too close to the spines. Too much damage taken, and extra damage versus armored on those tentacles. And these guys, these Cyclones are definitely armored. Woo! Excuse me, bit of a sneeze there. Hope I got to the mute button in time, but sometimes it doesn't work. Infestation Pit coming in for no free will. I mean, he's on 2 base compared to the 1. Okay, now 2 base for David Meister. He has expanded at the 7.5 minute mark. +1 armor coming in for David Meister as well. And the Lings and Banelings, no free will. Kind of Baneling bust the front while locking down David Meister's natural base. Surprise! Surprise! Didn't see this coming. These Lings don't have speed still. Are you kidding me? No, Lings, get up. Get up into the main base. Lings, don't worry about this natural. Get up into the main base. There's nothing here. Tank, David Meister pushing it. Now that he recognizes he's in trouble, he is pushing his tank forward using a medevac to spot, and both spine crawlers are gone. Natural base explodes. The SCVs still here are dying, which is bad. Lings and Banes waltzing down in here, taking out the tank, getting some shots off on the Marines, but there are still 3 Marines remaining and a whole bunch. Oh, 3 more bunkers full of Marines here. It's going to turn into a bit of a base race. Slowlings inside the main of David Meister. He has nothing to defend. He lifts his orbital command, recognizing what is up. He lifts it, and no, all the drones, there's nowhere to go. He doesn't have a Nidus Worm. He doesn't have drop available. These Marines are just going to take down everything here inside this main base, focusing down at the Spore Crawler first, so the medevac lives. I like that. Going after Overlords, the supply block. His opponent also very good, but David Meister himself will be supply blocked very shortly, as all that cannot lift off at this point is an engineering bay and some supply depots. This factory can lift off, is choosing not to at this point. Oh, drones escaped. How did you escape, drones? How did you get out of there? I don't know how, but let's see. Starport making a Liberator now. I'm liking that. Some roaches popping out of the side of the main, trying to rally to their friends, but Marines just torching them with their guns. At this point in time, the lair is definitely going to fall at this point. Roach War, actually, they kind of lost focus on, there we go. Finishing the lair, Broodlings come out, try to get some shots off on these dudes. Can they kill any of the Marines now? No, they can't do it. No free will says, no problem. I'll build my spawning pool at my natural base. And taking another hatchery is no free will. It looks like a 4th base for David Meister. Are we switching sides of the map right now? Is that what this is? It looks like everything's gone from the top left. No free will has won that battle, but the bottom right has been won by our Terran player, who was not scanned to kill these creep tumors, so there's still creep down here, but that's it. There are no Terran buildings remaining in the bottom right side of this map. We have absolutely switched sides here on Abyssal Reef. Roach Warren coming in from no free will. I mean, at this point, we're looking at slowlings, 24 slowlings and 3 roaches against 23 marines, a medevac, and a liberator. Are there actually no SCVs? No SCVs remaining for David and Meister. Oh, Liberator shows up. Says, hey guys, how's it going? I'm going to try to set up a circle on your creep here. The queens find an angle to get her, and she does pick up and pull out at that point. No, she wants to kill these queens. What she wants to do. Here comes medevac to support. Here come all the marines. At the same time, going to try to shut this thing down. How many roaches are there? Still just 3 roaches. Replacement roach war not done yet. Still no speed on these lings. How? How is there not? Here we go. Lings and roaches. Lings absorbing quite a bit of damage. So the roaches can do some work here, but there are just too many marines. Medevac does get taken down, which is extremely useful for our Zerg player, but 2 queens and 2 roaches versus essentially 16 marines, not going to happen. Not going to happen. Even completely actually, +1/+1 marines. I was going to say no upgrades because they don't have combat shield or stim, but +1/+1 is actually pretty useful at this point in time, and that's going to be it. I mean, that's it for our Zerg player. Liberator setting up shop so nobody can retreat out that way. Roaches coming out, though. Surprise roaches. 5 roaches here doing some work. And the marines are forced to retreat into the circle of the Liberator. Oh, Ravagers coming in, but the marines, can they take down the eggs in time? No, you shouldn't have morphed at that point. Oh, no. Now the Ravagers do pop out, but they could have had some friends here. Corrosive Biles landing, not hitting anything. Pretty good dodge there by David Meister. More roaches popping out here from no free will. And oh my gosh, is he going to do this thing? Pretty good micro. Pulling back, trying to go Corrosive Bile on these dudes. At least force them back there, forcing the Liberator to not set up where she wanted to set up. It does find a new area going after these drones. Corrosive Bile, is it enough to kill the Liberator? It is. 3 shots of Corrosive Bile. Suddenly, David Meister. Did I call this too soon? Did I call this in favor of the Terran player too soon? No free will, exhibiting way better micro than I would have expected him to have. But I guess when there's really nothing else going on, you're going to go ahead and have some decent micro. Corrosive Biles not landing. Pretty good job here. David Meister not getting hit by those, but he's overwhelmed, and that's it. David Meister is defeated, and no free will is victorious here in game number 1. Are you absolutely kidding me? I cannot believe that happened. That was nuts. No free will. Pulls it out of nowhere. He just makes some roaches at the last second, makes them into Ravagers against my advice, uses them to kill the Liberator, and then suddenly more and more roaches pop out. I guess he had something of a bank to make that thing happen, but wow. So Double Cheese turns into a switch sides of the map, turns into just a desperation hold out of no free will, and he gets our win here in game number 1. So I know this game is 12 minutes, but please try to keep them to around 5 to 6 minutes, if at all possible. This one is going to be an exception, I think, depending on how things go tonight. But sending me your longer cheeses, they'd better be super, super interesting like this one was if they're going to survive the screening process. All right, so that's it for game number 1. We'll come back with game number 2 in just a second. Welcome back to Cheese Compilation number 8. This is Falcon Paladin, and this will be a game between Red Runner Guy and Wee Wee on Proxima Station, the latter edition. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the Red Terran player. It is Red Gunner Guy. Not Red Runner Guy, is that what I said? Red Gunner Guy. Wee Wee throwing out the noob. And in the top right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player, Wee Wee, the one throwing out the BM. Red Gunner Guy takes the high road, says, we'll see. We'll see if I am a noob or not. Wee Wee very upset, trying to throw some mind games into his opponent's brain, sending out a very early probe, but guess what? Early SCV as well. These guys just barely missed seeing each other by seconds there. That was close. It is a Forge first out of Wee Wee. Okay, so cannon rushing from the Protoss player. What on earth is Red Gunner Guy doing here? He must see the probe coming in. That is very important here. Keep close attention. SCV does actually come over to build something. Either way, ends up seeing the probe, and now the probe has somebody on his tail. Oh no, plans ruined. Nope, throwing down a pylon. Surprise pylon. And another pylon possibly. You can't use all your money doing distraction pylons, Wee Wee. At some point you have to make this thing happen. You have to throw a cannon down. He's going to do it. He's going to wait until that pylon finishes, throw a cannon down way up there, which I don't think bothers Red Gunner Guy all that much. Proxy Barracks is coming up here. I think Wee Wee thinks he has distracted his opponent successfully. Kill the cannon. Kill the cannon. Don't kill the pylon. Kill the cannon. Bring in more SCVs to kill these cannons. Red Gunner, no! 3 SCVs is not enough to kill this pylon anyway. Bring another one up, dude. Terrans, why do you not know how to defeat cannon rushes at this point in time? They might get it. 6, 5. Nope, cannon came up. You're all dead now. You're all dead now. Bam, bam, bam. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, they're not all dead. They're not all dead. I apologize for that one. So these cannons are unpowered. That stinks. That stinks for Wee Wee. Didn't have to lose any SCVs there. Brought up some late. Managed to happen. There we go. Much easier to kill a cannon that is warping in than kill an already complete pylon. So, all right, that cannon does finish. Great. Moving on to the next one. Yes, do whatever you want here, Wee Wee. Spend all your money doing stuff that you're not going to be able to finish. Another cannon coming up as well. More SCVs being pulled off the line. You can do this. You can do this, Terran player. There you go. Enough SCVs to make this thing happen. Wee Wee just absolutely. There's the cancel on one of the pylons. Another pylon. This pylon's going to finish, dude. And he gets out of there. The cannons are done, but the cannons are far away from the main, which is good. You got to get this one. This one is unprotected. I'm pretty sure these two cannons are unprotected, dude. What are you doing, Red Gunner guy? Factory coming in here. A barracks done as well with a reactor. Red Gunner guy doing a pretty good job, actually. Building stuff outside. Cannon up. Wee Wee throwing out the ha-ha! He says, laughing uproariously. This cannon's going to be able to hit your mineral line, dude. Can it? No, it can't. Can only hit a refinery so far. So basically, mining as much as he can, making a planetary fortress out of his command center. Okay, that's going to help immensely. Taking down these cannons. Can hit the cannons within this range. And you know what? The SCVs are pretty okay about this. Pretty okay. So we just spent a ton of money cannon rushing his opponent. And he ended up killing, what, 3 SCVs, a refinery, and a supply depot. I don't think that makes up for the, what, 100, 200, 300, plus 300, 600, plus 900. 900 resources spent on this cannon rush, plus the stuff that he canceled. That's a lot he's invested in here. He's trying to make sure his opponent sticks on one base and is trapped while he does what back home? He expands back home. He's making a cybernetics core back home. But surprise, there's a cyclone here. There are a bunch of Marines at your front door as well. Wee Wee throwing out the noob. You haven't won yet. This planetary fortress is kind of wrecking your day, dude. Wee Wee could maybe get a pylon back here. Oh, he's going to go for a cannon rush behind the mineral line. Oh, and he's protected. He's protected as well, but he can't make a cannon. So not the greatest idea I've ever seen here. If he can make a cannon in the middle of this little wall, this would actually be pretty nice, but he can't. So Red Runner guy moving across the map. It's kind of a weird roundabout way to get up here, but he'll get there. He'll get there in time. Canceling. Oh, the probe got killed. How did you die, probe? Hang on. I'm just curious if SCV's killed you or not. So pylon canceled, rebuilt. No, just built. Yeah, just built. Because then the SCV comes off the line. This guy starts moving out. He does cancel this because he recognizes he can't fit a cannon in the center of this thing here, but he does kill. No, he cancels one of the SCVs. He get too close. Too close. Oh, his body got knocked over here the first time around. The animations are kind of random. They're not actually specific. So the body, if I'd been up there, I would have known the planetary fortress had gotten him. But guess what? Cyclone. Surprise! Surprise! Cyclone! And all the probes get pulled. What is happening? How did this cyclone come from? Oh, they're going to surround him, though. Good surround. Amazing surround. Marines, help your cyclone friend. Get up there. Cyclone gets so many kills, though. Oh, my gosh. Was that 4 kills on that surrounded cyclone? Yes, pretty good. But guess what? Marines are here. Probes, run. Run for your lives, probes. A Stargate on the way for Wee Wee. Can he afford anything out of the Stargate? I don't know. I don't think so. These pylons for Wee Wee are getting knocked down. What else is in production here? Other stuff. Another cyclone shows up. Oh, for Red Runner guy, that's huge. Cyclone getting off the cybernetics core, taking down the Stargate, I think is a pretty big deal. But getting the pylon, that was powering Cyber Core and Forge and Gateway. Big deal. Oh, Stargate is also unpowered. Mothership Core tries to show up, but these Marines are being microed fairly well at this point. Cyclone needs to take down Mothership Core right now. Get up there and kill the Mothership Core. I know getting the Cybernetics Core is a big deal for you. There we go. Taking down the pylon that was being built, the replacement pylon that was being built. Wee Wee in a ton of trouble right now. Lock on. Use the lock on. No, Cyclone not using the lock on ability. Continuing to make cyclones. Continuing to make Marines. Might as well lift off and land like somewhere closer. This is a really long way to go for the Terran player, and somehow the Protoss player is super on his back foot. Cyclone here going after the pylons. Mothership Core comes over by herself. Trying to get some shots off on the Cyclone. Use the lock-on ability. Do you not know you have the lock-on ability? Oh, thank goodness. 2 Cyclones show up, both using lock-on. That will take down the Mothership Core in no time. Red Runner guy. I think he's got it. I'm calling this a little early, like I did last time. Take down the pylon. Take down the pylon, and you'll... There we go. Void Array coming out for Wee Wee, but not enough. Look at how much damage they do to buildings. Bam. Take down the other pylon. Get it. Take down the other pylon. Yes. Beautiful placement here by Red Gunner guy. Kajunk. Cancels. The Stargate will pauses the Stargate anyway, and Wee Wee, I think that's it. He's just at the Red Terran player's mercy right now. This is fun, says Red Gunner guy. Oh, in the bad manner. Out of Wee Wee. And Red Gunner guy takes the victory here in game number 2. Wee Wee has left the game again. The victor does not want to leave the match, which means we have to go like this. But wow, that was pretty good stuff. The cannon rush, again, not the strongest cannon rush of all time. Not the best one I've ever seen, but the Terran player did fairly well, making the cannon set up far away, shutting the ones down, making a planetary fortress, which is brilliant. I love that idea in this situation, making sure no pylons could get, or cannons could get snuck in behind his mineral field, and then doing the proxy stuff all at the same time. So congratulations to Red Gunner guy getting the win. That's a good win for Terran, and we'll be back with game number 3 in just a second. Welcome back to our Cheese Compilation, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be game number 3 between Blue Sky and Dare for More. In the bottom right side of Palladino Terminal, it is the Red Zerg player. It is Dare for More. And in the top left side of the map, we have the Blue Protoss player. It is a Blue Sky. All right, so a ZVP getting all the matchups covered here today for you early in the Cheese Compilation. Didn't actually plan that out, but somehow it worked. Somehow that's the way it happens sometimes. The universe is pleased with us. So who is the cheeser in this one? I can tell you this one's a little bit higher level. A little bit higher level than we've seen so far. I did pay attention to the loading screen. One of these players is Diamond. So if somebody's cheesing, they should have a pretty good idea of what they're doing here. Early moving out for Blue Sky. I don't see a Forge. So Cannon Rush, possible. There's the Forge. All right, so Forge coming in for Blue Sky. This could be a bit of a cannon rush into carrier, which we've seen and has happened to me personally on the ladder. So we'll take a look at this. We'll see exactly what happens. Look at the minerals coming right up out of the ground. Somebody did actually post a theory on this. I said, how are there mineral patches on a space station? And it does kind of look like mineral patches like fell from the sky, fell from space and impacted and hit on the surface of the space station, and then you can come grab them and use them to build things. I mean, sure. Fair enough. That makes sense to me. I can buy that. The Vespian gas, I guess maybe the engines could be running on it and just excess is vented into stuff you need to build. Who knows? We're stretching. We're stretching a little bit here. He should have... Did the Zerg player scout the Forge here? Oh, he didn't scout the Forge. Oh, man. Oh, he's going proxy hatch, though. All right. So more double cheese out of you guys. Excellent. Proxy hatch inside the smoke for Dare for More. He has an extractor. How much gas does he have? Exactly 0. He hasn't spent any because he hasn't built anything that needs gas. There we go. Saturating his extractor, and actually not really Blue Sky, not really cannon rushing here. Maybe he's waiting for the hatch to come down and then he'll start his cannon rush, which seems pretty smart. I mean, why waste pylons on something that's not coming? But alarm bells should be going off in Blue Sky's head right about now. This is a Zerg player. It's either a one base attack or there's a proxy hatch somewhere, because there should be a hatchery right here. Not that he's checked for some time, but the fact that there's no creep coming out should be telling him something's going on. He's walling off his front, which is fair enough. There's a Roach Warren coming in for Dare for More. He's not going to send these roaches across the map, though, Blue Sky. He's going to build them inside your own base. It's like every horror movie from the 90s and the 70s and the 80s. Like the horror movie, the calls are coming from inside the house. I guess that's actually more, I would say that's more of an urban legend thing, stories you tell around the campfire. Right? You keep getting these calls and heavy breathing, and the person's home alone, and then they call like the operator, because this is before caller ID. Can you tell me where these calls keep coming from? And it's like, yes, the next one will trace that. And so they do, and then gets another call and is like, and then she hangs up, and then the operator calls and is like, get out of there, the calls are coming from inside the house. It's very scary. It gives me chills just to think about it. Spine crawler's on the way for Dare for More. In the top right side of Blue Sky's base, he doesn't see this creep. Dude, I understand you're not actively being attacked, but the minimap is purple. Is purple right here. You can see it. I mean, in fairness, as a Zerg player, I'm coming back to my base a lot because I need to inject, but a Protoss player doesn't really have a reason to come back. Oh, now he did. He manually built a cannon. Okay, so he's not worried about this. He just throws down a cannon, says that'll be fine. Oh, guess what? They're already done spine crawlers here, dude. Dare for more, sneaking in with his queen, with the spine crawlers, with additional spine crawlers. A mothership core would be, there we go, mothership core good. Queen here, pretty good against the mothership core. Probes in here, trying to take down the spine crawler. Rough deal. Spine crawler focusing down the cannon. Excellent choice there. Another spine is up. Queen's, oh, another spine pops. Oh, this is looking really, really bad. Queen's trying to focus down the mothership core. First of all, 2 spine crawlers actually die to this mass probe strategy. Mothership core is toast, though. Creep tumor does go down. Probe count is plummeting. Plummeting so fast right now. I think that's it. I think that's it for Blue Sky. There's a single stalker here. Doesn't even bother running away from the spine crawlers. It's 4 probes to 19 drones. Oh, the cannon rush didn't happen and Blue Sky's out. Blue Sky defeated. Dare for More is our victor in this one, and once again doesn't want to leave the game. What is with people getting victories and deciding that they don't want to go home? All right, we got to move on, but we have to move on, though. Okay, so again, Protoss players, pro tip of the day from Falcon Paladin, you can see creep on this map. If you get hatch rushed, you can see the creep long before the spine crawlers can plant. That creep spreads quickly, so if you see the creep, get up there, shut it down, put up your cannons early or something. Make some zealots. Zealots are fine in this situation, but don't just let it finish, haphazardly throw up a cannon like you have all the time in the world, because you don't. Because you don't, as Dare for More exhibited there. All right, so Zerg get this win, and we'll move on to game number 4 coming up in just a second. Welcome back to Cheese Compilation number 8. This is going to be a game between Mini Titan and Reaction on Abyssal Reef, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Mini Titan from AZK. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Reaction with a capital Re, which means you say it Reaction. So we'll see who the cheeser is here today in our TVTs. TVCs can have some pretty entertaining cheese. Widowmine rushes, Cyclone rushes, Banshee rushes, all 3 rushes. Really interesting one base options for TVT. I gotta say, I'm kind of glad I don't play Terran on the ladder. Like one base Ling stuff, kind of annoying to deal with as Zerg, but one base Terran has a lot of different things you kind of have to prepare for and scout. I would scout every time. Every time if I was Terran going against another Terran. So barracks coming up for Mini Titan very close to his own main base, whereas Reaction throwing up his barracks on the ramp, which is more traditional in TVT, but I really don't think it makes too much of a difference in this matchup. You want to wall off against Protoss and against Zerg because Adepts and Lings are very annoying, but against Terran, it's like, do you want to wall off against Hellions? I guess that'd be the one thing you'd be worried about. Regardless, SCV moving up here for Reaction into the main base of the Mini Titan. Oh, I do want to say, I brought this up in a previous cast, but I don't think as many people watched it as are watching this. If I were to make an extra cheese compilation per month and make it available only to Patreons at any level, $1, $5, $10, whatever it is, per month, would you be interested in subscribing to Patreon if you aren't already? Let me know what you think about that. I was trying to think of ways to maybe encourage people to get there, and since you love the cheese compilations, and I have a lot of cheese, I have a lot of submitted cheese, perhaps you could get an extra one by hitting me up on the Patreon. Link in the description. And if you're not interested, again, no pressure. I'm not going to tell you have to or I'll hate you. I understand everybody's in different situations, but the support is appreciated by those of you who have already become patrons. Mini Titan throwing down the 3 Rax Reaper. Oh, snap, against Reaction. And he's making a Marine of his own. This is going to go poorly. This will go poorly for Reaction, I gotta say. He did scout this, though, right? He saw double barracks, at least. He didn't see the third one because defensive SCV of Mini Titan shut that down early. But it is a 3 Rax Reaper. Do we, you know what? We don't get much of an opportunity to use our Reaper group list. Reaper names, let's see, Reaper group name list. Is that how we say that? I think that's how we say that. So, what the heck? Let's pull out a Reaper group list name list group. Dang it. This is so hard. This is the Cossacks. A group of Reapers that are descendants of the Eastern European Cossack people who are infamous for their hit-and-run cavalry tactics. These Reapers are dedicated to keeping their heritage alive and are eager to slaughter their enemies. All right, Cossacks, here we go. And, oh, there's a bunker here from Reaction. A bunker with, wow, a bunker with Marines inside. Okay, I'm liking this. Reaper number 2 does get caught and killed. KD8 charge kills nothing. Reaction actually holding this fairly well. I did not see this bunker back here. I was too busy ranting about Cossacks. But the Cossacks are not going to give up, man. They're moving in here to bow behind the mineral line of Reaction, getting some kills off. KD8 charge thrown down, free double SCV kill there. All the ones on the gas are toast. That is what you want to do. Kill the ones on the gas. Prioritize those ones if you're harassing. A Cyclone comes out for Reaction as well. Cyclone, pretty good DPS, man. One of the Cyclones very low on HP. The other one too, but they both do manage to escape. Another Reaper here inside the main base tries to run at the same time, but no. Forster goes around the newly constructed reactor and dies. That's hilarious. Cyclone versus Bunker. I think Cyclone wins this. I want to say only 2 Reapers inside, actually holding their own fairly well. SCV repairing. Clutch repair. Out of Mini Titan, another Reaper pops on in. This is hilarious. This is actually going pretty well for the Cossacks. Another one hopping in, breaking off from his group, making his Russian friends proud. Trying to kill more stuff, can't do it. Can't get any kills off. Cyclone being repaired by 2 SCVs versus a bunch of Reapers. No, they get it. They get the Cyclone before the bunker even falls. Oh, no. Oh, no, Reaction. Do you have more of those? Do you have any more? I don't know if you have any more of those Cyclones, but that would be nice if you did. 3 Marines trying to defend this natural base. Too many Cossacks. Too many Cossacks here right now, blowing those Marines into the sky and finishing them off with their Gauss pistols. Natural base locked down. SCVs undefended, trying to surround these dudes, but no. Pretty good micro on display from Mini Titan here. Wabam, wabam, and wabam. Thank you for playing, ladies and gentlemen. Factory did have to get paused a little bit while the SCV pulled off the line to repair this bunker, but now the SCV can go back to building the factory. We are coming in with 10 Reapers versus 2 Marines. Natural base, like I said, under complete lockdown. I don't think Reaction can save this. He does make another Cyclone. You know what would be really good is a Banshee. A Banshee would be super good for Reaction right now, but instead, Marines and Cyclones try to do this and get inside using the bunker to focus down the Cyclone. First of all, they get it, and now the Marines are no problem. The Cossacks proudly waving their Russian flag in the sky. Does the Russian flag exist with the time of the Cossacks? Or was that the Bolsheviks? Whoa, hitting themselves with their own KD8 charge is never good, but it doesn't really matter. In the end, all the Marines are toast. More Marines are in production. There's an empty bunker here for Reaction, but all these SCVs running for their lives, getting blown into the sky. Running for circles, trying to buy time until the Marines can come out, but only 2 Marines get inside the... Oh, they make it inside the bunker. Greatly improving their defensive capabilities here, taking out one of the Reapers from inside the safety and the confines of their bunker. A million mules get called down by Reaction. How many was that? No. I want 6 mules get thrown down. I guess he has an orbital command at his natural as well. Good gravy. Again, everybody pulled off the line. The Reaper count is high. Refinery, that's your big problem here. No more gas for Reaction. Helps immensely. Everybody accidentally goes to this refinery, then pulls off, which pulls everybody off the refinery, interestingly enough. Trying to pick off some of these dudes. Again, bunker with the auto repair from these dudes is just impossible to kill from this number of Reapers. So they're just making sure no real mining is going on from our blue Terran player. Red Terran player killing it. Killing it right now. The tank comes out. Reapers prioritize the tank, and can they get it? No, the repair too good. Repair too good. This tank might actually save the day here. Kiting back and back and back is Mini Titan, and coming back to the safety of the bunker. Widowmines burrowing themselves. Burrow where? No, the tank can see you. Get out of there. Get out of there. Pull back away. Oh, okay. I said away. Oh, Liberator coming in from Mini Titan. Oh, that Liberator going to be a big deal here. Widowmines burrowing themselves. Pretty close, forcing a liftoff on the orbital command. No more mules from this at the very least. Reapers trying to time their attacks in between the tank attacks, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah, this starport's your problem, Reaction. You got to get in there. Oh, Widowmine killing a couple Marines. Got a little bit too close. All sorts of stuff being built up here by Mini Titan. He has a factory down there. He's got a base on this side of the map, down at that corner as well. Reaction is down 17 to 11 Harvesters. The Liberator sets up shop. The tank tries to retreat, takes a big shot, and is completely dead, and that's it. A good game out of Reaction. Reaction is defeated, and Mini Titan is victorious here in game number 5 of our cheese compilation. I want to say it's number 5. I'm pretty sure it's number 5. I should, tally this. somewhere when I'm doing it. Anyway, that was pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. A 3-rack sweeper from the Cossacks against reaction. Got Cyclones, good. Got tanks, good. I really do think a Banshee would have been incredible for a reaction. Tank was good, but Liberator caused problems for it for sure. Tough call. Tough call for reaction, and he ends up falling. Mini Titan with his aggression is our victor. Okay, so that's it for our game number 5, I want to say. We'll be back with our next game of this Cheese Compilation number 8 in just a second. Welcome back to the Cheese Compilation. This is Falcon Paladin welcoming you to game number 5, not game number 6. And it's going to be between Elf and Eliphas on Belshire Vestige, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the Red Terran player. It is Elf. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Eliphas. All right, so Elf versus what sounds like a fancy elf of some kind, something from Lord of the Rings, possibly. The Eliphas came from the mountains and the forests of Rainwood. That is exactly where they come from. Just made that up, as if you couldn't tell. All right, so a TVP version of Cheese here. We'll see if this turns into yet another cannon rush. Eliphas is kind of building stuff close to the home base here, which tells me that could be what's going on. Our Terran player, on the other hand, is just going for a very standard barracks opening at the top of the ramp because Adepts cause you problems, it turns out, in the TVP. There we go, walling off very nicely. Forge from Eliphas. All right, Protoss players, come on. I know a lot of your cheese is difficult, but Proxy Oracle seems like it would be pretty fun stuff. I mean, Dark Templar Rush would be interesting here. I mean, you can do a lot of different things. Cannon rushing is fun, but I believe in your creativity, Protoss players. Prove to me you can do more than cannon rush in this matchup. Just believe. All right, so probe moving up. Is our game speed slowed down for some reason? Did I accidentally hit slowdown here? I might have. What am I at? Can I pull that up without showing you the game time? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Is everybody moving fast to you guys, or is it too slow? I think we're okay. I'm feeling okay about the speed things are moving. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Pylon coming up at the front here. Oh, for Eliphas. Marines on the way. For Elf trying to knock this thing down. I mean, is there a mothership core coming across? No, not really. No cybernetics core at all. This is a really interesting and creative cannon rush out of Eliphas here. And cannon, first cannon on the way, 2 cannons on the way, 1 Marine trying to shoot this down. Actually canceling one of his cannons. Oh, getting shot down by the Marine. Excellent pickoff by the Marine. The Marine can't decide whether or not he wants to get the cannon or the pylon. Decides to go for the pylon, which I'm not sure is the correct decision here. Orbital command coming in for Elf. He's making, what the? Oh, right. Additional barracks, low ground cannons on the way from Eliphas, though. Another probe is here. Eliphas foresaw the death of the first probe. Takes 3 shots from the pylon to kill a Marine. Just like the Adepts, as it turns out. Ouch! Marine comes in to try to save the honor of an SCV and just straight up dies. The SCV gets killed anyway. And here we go. More cannons coming up from the low ground. So the front door is pretty much a complete loss for Elf at this point. Can he hold it? Is the question. This is going to be a will cheese fail type situation. As Lag TV is no longer doing StarCraft 2, I have no problem using that particular phrase, but they're the ones who coined it. Full credit to Maximus Black and Nova War on that. We do have a Cyclone on the way from Elf. Barracks explodes into pieces. More cannons coming up, creeping toward the base. Elf, to his credit, has not had any of his mining obstructed here, but he is unfortunately supply blocked, which is bad news. Every Marine that tries to force or tries to come down to these cannons just dies. 6 kills on that photon cannon. This tech lab, Elf lets it finish. No! Boom! Gone. Cyclone. Big deal here. Cyclone can. Look at how fast Cyclones kill buildings. I know I say this every time, but oh my gosh, it's incredible how fast it is. And the repair! Oh, and the clutch repair from SCVs on the Cyclone. Going to get rid of all of these nasty, mean cannons. If it's the last thing that this Cyclone pilot does, already has 3 kills, is now up to 4 kills. This might just straight up be a hold, ladies and gentlemen. Elf is knocking down the pylons on the high ground. SCVs repairing him. Well, they were repairing him. They stopped for some reason. Perhaps they were out of minerals, but they stopped. They're just kind of hanging out right now. Oh, SCV comes to help and dies. To the cannons on the low ground. You think if you kill this pylon, you're safe, but you're not. This could get dangerous for Elf. If he comes down here and tries to do a 3 cannons where the pylon is too far away for him to get... Oh, he doesn't have the high ground vision, though. I forgot about that. Ah! Well done, Elf, shutting this down. And the 3rd cannon falls without so much as a peep. All right, free pylon. Elf is, I think, is in complete control here. I mean, I know it is 11 to 22 harvesters, which is not great for our our Terran player, but how many has he lost, actually? 9 SAVs he's lost so far. That's bad. That's really bad. Resources lost here, about 950 for the Terran compared to 1,400 for Eliphas. And here we go, moving down the map. Comes Elf. There's a single cannon. There's a single mothership core here. Photon overcharge is a thing. The cannons might be able, or the Cyclones might have a way to sneak around this left side and stay out of range of that pylon. I wonder if they're even going to bother trying. Wait for the SCVs. Wait for the SCVs. Can they? Photon overcharge does actually force them away. There's the repair. This Stalker does not want to come, trying to bait them in range of the cannon, of the Photon Overcharge. Waiting for the Photon Overcharge to expire very patiently. Oh, Eliphas is going to have enough energy for another Photon Overcharge in just a second. There it is. One more Overcharge available for Eliphas. Can Eliphas hold this? 3 cannons coming, or 3 Cyclones coming in. Cannon dies. Another Photon Overcharge comes up. And Elf says, I'll be patient. I can be patient. I have my SCVs here to repair. I have 3 Cyclones. As soon as that Photon Overcharge is down, you're toast. That's it. Elf is counting down the seconds. And there it is. Moving now. Good timing. Moving exactly when he can. Going after this pylon. Trying to kill it. Getting shots on those Stalkers. Extra damage versus Stalkers, mind you. Extra damage versus Stalkers. The Sentry almost gets picked off. Manages to retreat. But all the pylons at the front are gone. And that's it. Eliphas has to abandon this situation. Has to abandon it immediately. Lock on being used to make sure the mothership core ends up dead. One Cyclone does not use lock on so that it can kill these Stalkers. Oh, the lock on cancels. The lock on cancels because it went to the high ground. The mothership core went to the high ground, resetting it up, and the mothership core is toast. That's it. 3 Cyclones with repairability versus this many probes. They're just they're no match. No match for the mighty Cyclone. The repairs are going on. 10 kills, 8 kills, 17 kills on these Cyclones. Another Cyclone joins the party. Eliphas is out. That's it. I mean, this Artosis pylon is gone. Goodbye. 3 gateways, a forge, and a cybernetics core. Eliphas thrown out. The BM is defeated, and Elf is your victor in this TVP cheese. Terran going pretty well. They're showing up pretty well here so far in the cheese compilation. So, good hold there. Trying to go for the cannon rush. Did fairly well for himself, did Eliphas, but that first Cyclone came out, and suddenly the tides shifted. So, Terran players, this may be your savior in the face of cannon rushes. Cyclones. Cyclones are good. Seriously, check these guys out. 10 kills, 19 kills, and 12 kills on these dudes. Co-MVPs going to these SCVs that came down from the top to repair and kept these dudes alive in the face of a lot of damage. A lot of damage. All right, so that's it for our game here on Belshire Vestige. We'll be back with the next game in our cheese compilation in just a second. Cheese number 6 of cheese compilation number 8 by Falcon Paladin will be brought to you by Messi and Saisu on Newkirk Precinct. Hey, first game on this map for this compilation. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Messi. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Saisu from Hoxie. Is that actually... Oh, Oxygen. Oh, H2... No, that's not an H. I don't know. It's Oxygen. Team Oxygen from Saisu here. All right, Protoss player, do this thing. Do something more than a cannon rush. Come on. I believe. I believe in you. Cannon rushing Zergs is... No, there's a Forge. All right, Forge coming in. Maybe Saisu will be victorious here. You know what? The cannon rushes... No, cannon rushes haven't been successful. Okay, so in fairness, it hasn't been Protoss players sending in cannon rushes for the cheese compilation. It's been people beating cannon rushes that have sent in their games to the Falcon Paladin cheese compilation. Okay, fair enough. Protoss players, I apologize for maligning you. You're not sending in cannon rushes. Unless this guy is. Saisu could prove me wrong. Interesting place for a forward pylon. Why? It's like, okay, so it's on this low ground, kind of by where the third base is for the Zerg player if he decides to expand to the right instead of up. I mean, so harder to scout, right? Messi really doesn't think to check here. I guess you kind of cannon rush your way towards the creep. But again, the problem with is the cannons that can get to this edge of the creep can't hit the hatchery. They can maybe hit that extractor, but I don't think Messi cares all that much. I zoomed out too far. Come back in a little bit here. Lings see a probe. This is fairly normal scouting time. They're going to kill it, which is actually a pretty big deal. Oh, so unlucky. And these Lings are going to move out. They're not even going to know. Oh, do they know? They know. How do they do that? All right, either way, there are 2 cannons up. Lings, get out of there. Lings, don't try. Lings. Okay, Messi throws away all but one of his Zerglings and an Overlord to these cannons on the low ground. So despite the fact they should have killed literally nothing, they were not incredibly effective, as he's invested a lot of money into this and killed 7 Lings and an Overlord, which is good. I mean, it's better than killing nothing, but it's not exactly what Saisu had in mind when he set this thing up. Another probe coming. Yeah, I think Messi saw this. Run! Run, probe! Get to the safety of the cannons. Oh, does make it. And gonna slip past these Lings. Nope, didn't slip past. Back to the safety of the cannons. Another pylon coming up. Expanding just fine, says Messi. Thank you so much for your time. Again, Lings. Dude, you get 2-shot by cannons. Don't. There we go. Burning away. That pylon is well placed by Saisu. Protected. Protected. Yay, verily. This one I don't think is protected, but there's so much of a mental game going on right now that Messi doesn't even try to shut it down. Just assumes it's in the right place, and I don't think it is. This cannon should not be able to hit Lings attacking this far side, but it doesn't matter. This is going to be a really far away cannon rush from Saisu, which just seems very difficult. Roachwarren on the way. I have no doubt we will see Ravagers in this replay. Messi doing a pretty good job with this so far. Some Lings here to see if Saisu tries to expand. Not doing that. 2 cannons at the top of the ramp mean the Lings can't really get inside the main base of the Protoss. And Saisu, despite some early failures, actually doing pretty well. Throws up a pylon on the high ground. Oh, should have canceled it. Should have canceled it, got your money back. But instead, throwing another one up and saying, come on in. Oh, the Queen can hit. The Queen can hit this. But is there enough DPS on the Queen to stop it from building? I don't think there is. I really don't think there is. Creep. Oh, beautiful creep tumor placement by the Queen here. When that finishes, it's going to be harder for Saisu to throw the cannons on up here. All right, 2 Queens going after the pylon. Cannon needs to go up now. It's too late. Now it's too late. Ah, the creep spread was amazing from Messi here. Great soccer player or football player, depending on what country you're from. And I mean every country in the world except for America, it's football. But soccer player, if you're not familiar with how that works. Messi, he is... Oh, crap, I'm going to say this wrong, and people are going to hate me so much. I'm not going to say... I don't remember what country Messi is from. I'm not going to lie. Trying to expand is Saisu. I'm going to say, at the risk of sounding like a moron, he's either from... You know what? I'm going to go with Italy. I'm going to go with Italy. Final answer. I'm pretty sure he's Italian. Roach is on the high ground going after this pylon. Oh, man. Messi fans are going to hate me so much if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong. Garbage. Why did I bring this up? Oh, because this player's name is Messi. It's your fault, Zerg player, who's winning this game. All right, so Saisu sets up one heck of a contain. Actually, really committing to this thing with 1,000,000 cannons. You there, turn into Ravagers now. I command you in the name of falconpaladin to turn into Ravagers to better break this. You can use your Corrosive Bile to take down cannons from range without taking any hits whatsoever. This little high ground shenaniganry is fine with the roaches, but to break out, you need Ravagers. You need Ravagers, or you gotta go for like some kind of a 2-base Muta thing, which would be amazing as well. More Lings showing up. Saisu really wants to expand, but just you're gonna have to cannon rush your way to safety to expand, Saisu. I'm sorry to be the one to bring you these bad news, or this bad news, but don't do it. Don't you chase that probe up there. Ling dies. All right, you guys, your job is to shut down this Nexus. Yeah. Can you get it? Sort of. Kind of. Actually, they might. They're doing enough damage, I think, at this point. They have enough DPS, basically, of a Marine, right? Of a Marine. All right. Oh, Ravager. Think all that is dear and holy. It is a Ravager. 4 Ravagers. That's enough corrosive biles. Some good number of corrosive biles. Getting more gas would be useful in this situation to make more Ravagers. They're pretty gas heavy. As it turns out, slow push. Don't. Okay, stay on the high ground, dudes. No, you got this. Oh, they can hit all these cannons from the high ground without being spotted. Are you kidding? Oh, that extra range on the Ravager is just so useful. Trying to take down that pylon that's powering a lot of stuff, actually. That would depower like 6 cannons and a gateway. Yeah. Can't get it. Natural is coming up for Saisu, though. That's kind of a big deal. That's kind of a big deal. Zealot's trying to come up and deal with this, but they're just so bad. So bad against both. There it is. Against both Rotas and Ravagers. Okay, these cannons are gone. Okay, actually, one of the cannons is still up, and Saisu's out. Saisu knows the jig is up. Saisu is defeated, and Messi is victorious. Okay. All right. This is driving me crazy, and just so I know that I'm wrong, let's do this thing. What country is Messi from? I ask my phone. Crap! Argentina! I almost said Argentina. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. And he plays for FC Barcelona, which is in Spain. I mean, he did nothing about Italy. Son of a gun. Sorry, Messi fans. I apologize. I just offended everybody in Europe and South America at the same time, I think. Man, many, many apologies. Ignorant American here. Ignorant American. At least I knew that Messi was an amazing football player, though, right? At least I knew that. Right? Oh, I'm going to get hate mail. All right, so that's it for this game number 6. We'll move into game number 7 coming up in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans. Cheese compilation number 8. This will be yet another ZVP on Newkirk Precinct between Chinese characters and a Knight SA. In the bottom left side of the map this time is our red Protoss player. It is Chinese characters. I looked at these before I hit record, and I determined, I'm 80% sure this is Chinese and not Korean or Japanese. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is a Knight SA, which stands for like a Knight South Africa or a Knight San Antonio, or, I mean, many different options here actually for what that could be. It just could be a Knight Sa as well. I don't know what that would mean, but hey, your names are your own in StarCraft 2. Okay, are we cannon rushing again? We're cannon rushing again from Chinese. All right, Chinese. Again, I just don't get the feeling like either you guys aren't sending me cannon rushes where you win, or they're just not interesting enough for my screeners to appreciate them, which could be. Are any of my screeners actually Protoss mains? That could be a problem. I might need somebody who mains Protoss who can actually critique these cannon rushes and send me the good ones for G's compilation. I don't know. If you're interested in screening, hit me up at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of screener, and I'll get back to you. I will. I always do. Ask the people who screen for me now. They will tell you that is the truth. All right, so Chinese characters trying to sneak around back here. Are you trying to cannon rush behind the mineral line? This is one place you can kind of do it, but it's super visible to the Zerg. So, I don't know. So cannon, okay, actually this is something I've seen before. I actually saw a guide on how to stop this on All Things Zerg, that subreddit. And it was basically, you had to put an overlord here to scout this out first because it will cause you problems. Okay, we're working. We are working, Chinese characters. Get in there. Pylon with 2 drone kills already. Push it. Push this cannon. Go. Yes. Okay, you probably could have put it a little bit further, a little bit closer, but this is fine too. This is safe. This is safe. Nothing's wrong with that. You can get this one. Drones, you can get this one for about the next 20 seconds. You got to take it down. Nope, going for the spine crawler instead. Fine. I can understand the impulse and compulsion. Is impulsion a word? No, just impulse to get spine crawlers. But these cannons are going to finish. They're going to finish on top of creep, which is not something you see a lot. Oh my gosh, this cannon can hit the hatchery. Look, that is just at the edge of the range, I think. Just at the edge of the range there. Beautifully placed. This could be our first successful cannon rush of this cheese compilation, you guys. Ling's running in, getting murdered. That's super bad. This cannon needs to hit the spine crawler. Get the spine. Okay, getting the weaker spine crawler. Look at this target firing on display here from our friend Chinese characters. Does get no, doesn't get it. No, almost gets the spine crawler. There are now 2 spines, and again, do they outrange? 7 range on those dudes, 7 range on these dudes. Same range for cannons, and these Lings running up unnecessarily. Dude, this cannon is a hero cannon. Has 5 kills already. Can possibly take down the hatchery all by its lonesome. Double gassing back home as Chinese characters, interestingly enough. So many Lings have died, you guys. Just unnecessarily deaths. 14 Lings have died. I don't know why I said 7. Cannons. They are being distracted a little bit here by the Lings. They're trying to get the Hatch, but no, poor choice. Hatch still alive. Spine Crawlers can now take down the pylon on the high ground, and I think a Knight SA is surviving here. Ladies and gentlemen, that Hatch was down to 250 hit points. Very low compared to the 1,500 available for this dude. Double gassing back home. What are you doing with double gas? I guess making a Stalker? Totally fine. Stargate follow-up. Stargate follow-up. Okay. So Stargate follow-up here from our barcode player, or our Chinese character player. Lings running in, trying to see what is up. 3 Lings versus Cannons. Again, bad. Really bad. 3 Lings versus Stalker. Also pretty bad, as it turns out. But the Stalker takes the wrong way and lets the Lings right on in to the mineral line. There's only 2 of them. They will get 0 probe kills. I predict it now. They will get 0 probe kills. And they do. So Stargate follow-up, double gas in the main, double gas at, here we go, double gas at the natural as soon as feasible for Chinese characters. This could be the famed cannon rush into carrier push that I've experienced. It is actually pretty powerful. If you don't play it right, you're going to lose, which I admit that I did. I did lose to this. So Stargate done, Fleet Beacon perhaps, no, double Stargate. So maybe just Void Ray. Void Ray would be fine in this situation. Knight SA is not really getting any kind of anti-air to speak of, just trying to drone up to survive that early onslaught, recover from that early onslaught. I mean, Zerg player has lost some stuff here. 750 resources lost for the Zerg, 22 Lings, an Overlord, and 2 drones, compared to 850 minerals lost for a Chinese character. So he's lost more, but not insane levels of more here. Void Ray coming in. First Void Ray on the way, being Chrono Boost. Second Stargate on the way as well. Not actually taking the second assimilator just yet. Chinese characters is a little mineral starved. Wants to get that pro count up just a little bit more than natural before fully saturating that second assimilator. And there we go, Chrono Boosting out of Void Rays. Okay, so you have some time. A Knight SA, you have some time. Oh, taking a third is not, I don't think, I mean, you can take a third, but you got to get some anti-air. Is the problem. Or at the very least, scout what is going on here. Void Ray is not moving out until his friend is ready to go. Can you make another Void Ray is the question here. 250 minerals required, and no, supply blocked. Temporarily supply blocked, and Void Ray. Go Void Ray now. There it is. Okay, good timing. Good timing out of Chinese characters here. Again, droning up, great. Mr. A Knight USA, you're actually caught up to the Protoss player now, 38 to 41, and has taken the lead. Hydralisk Den. Hydra Den from a Knight USA, or a Knight USA. I just, again, the proud and arrogant American sees what he wants to see. It's a Knight SA, not a Knight USA. There's no U anywhere in that name. Void Rays, can Lings see this? Lings are running back and forth across the front door of Chinese characters, but I don't think they poked up this ramp at all to see these Void Rays. All right, so the question is, will a Knight make enough Hydras to handle the Void Rays that are coming his way? Considering there are 0 in production right now, I'm not entirely sure that will be the case. 7. All right, 7, that is actually enough for, I'd say, 3 Void Rays. 4, 5? We get up to 4 and 5 and 6. It gets more tricky, a little more dicey. So 4 Void Rays moving out across the map here at the 7-minute mark. And what, forward pylon? Or actually, no, backward pylon. Defensive pylon? Thrown up here by Chinese characters, trying to establish this third nexus, but no, Lings shut that down pretty darn instantly. Void Ray is taking an angle that is not expected, I would say, taking up the north side here. 2 more Hydras in production. We will get 9 on the ground. A Muscular Augments is about to finish here, about 50% complete as well. +1 air armor, double Void Rays on the way here. And again, Void Rays are going to have to finish off this natural base. I think that's what they need to do. Finish off the natural, go take down the third, and then suddenly our Zerg player's on 1 base, and that's super bad. Void Rays sneaking in the back. Get the hatch. Get the hatch. Get that prismatic alignment on drones. Get the hatch. No! Hydras have shown up. Get out of there. Run! There are Hydras inside the house. Oh, I think that was a mistake. I really think that was a mistake. They could have got the hatch. They went after drones instead. They have killed 7 total, which is 5. Overseer's overextending a little bit and getting murdered. Void Rays, stay in the dead space. Stay in the dead space. Stay in the dead space. No! 2 Void Rays fall. 2 managed to make it back. I think that's it. I really don't think Chinese Characters has any follow-up to this. He's getting a 3rd base, which is fine. The Hydras with muscular augments, though, are they're fast, they're strong, they hit hard. They have good range. There are 3 queens at the natural base as well. A queen and Hydra here inside the main. Additional Hydras back here. I mean, Hydra count is now at 20, which once you saw those Void Rays, you know you gotta pretty much go for the mass Hydra. So a Knight, perhaps it is time to move out at this point in time, making drop lords? Yeah, making drop lords with these Hydras. Okay, so maybe dropping inside the main base. You could probably get up the main ramp with 20 Hydras. These 4 cannons could cause you some trouble, but hop inside the main base. There's really no static defense here whatsoever. 3rd base, again, a bunch of cannons at the same time, but dropping behind the mineral line seems like a pretty tried and true proven tactic. And here we go. Fast lords with drop capability moving out across the map. And I don't know what else to say otherwise. This drop's going to do really well. I mean, a lot of cannons down for our barcode player. Our Chinese player has 6 Void Rays, a Stalker against 22 Hydras in a straight-up fight. I think the Hydras just straight-up win that. Really no questions asked. +1 attack might be done by the time they start their attack, although that is a long upgrade. Long upgrade. What is it, 114 seconds? Man, upgrades take forever. Y'all, 3rd base done for a Knight SA. 58 to 52 Harvesters, though. 3rd base up and running for Chinese. Not doing too poorly here, but this main base is going to be under fire directly, momentarily. So here we go. Hydras dropping inside the main. Good probe pull. Getting out of there as fast as it could was Chinese, but main Nexus gone. Main Assimilators gone. The Void Rays really can't do anything about this if they want to. +1/+1 just about to finish. Big deal. Big help here. Hydra versus Void Ray. Prismatic alignment is up. It does not help them against the Hydras, but makes them look cooler. +1 is not... There it is! +1 just now finishing. Is it enough to turn the tides? It looks like it helped. It helped a little bit. Hydras versus cannons with +1. Excellent, excellent there. This Hydra almost lost his life. Did not. Pylon depowering the Forge. Cybernetic Core and a direct assault as well. The remaining 4 Void Rays against basically 24 Hydras. Not good. Not good at all. Cybercore and direct assault. More Hydras coming up the front. I mean, this is just mass Hydra versus Sky Toss. At this stage, Hydra's going to win this thing every time. +1/+1 is done. Muscular Augments is done. That's going to be all she wrote for a Protoss player. Again, this only helps against armored units, and Hydralisks are light. They laugh at your prismatic alignment. They giggle at your prismatic alignment, and that's it. Chinese characters getting out of here is defeated, and a Knight SA is victorious. Still not interested in leaving the game, so we'll have to mute him temporarily here. Sorry, Protoss players. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why we're not getting any awesome Protoss cheese that succeeds thus far, but yeah, cannon rushes. If you want to learn how to beat a cannon rush, watch this cast. You got a lot of good examples on how to do it. Okay, so we are just about done here. We have one more very special edition of our cheese compilation, or very special entry for cheese compilation number 8 coming up next, and we will get to it in just a second. For the final game of our cheese compilation number 8, we will get a 2v2 here on Shrines of Lizul. In the top right side-ish of the map, we have the Red Terran player Adayoth moving out with a Worker Rush. His friend Azruel, the red Protoss player, against the enemies who do not know they are being Worker Rushed, our blue Protoss player Ali with a Llama for a spinning logo, and the blue Protoss player Misha. Oh my goodness gracious, is this... Alright, probes are here for Azruel. It is a probe versus probe battle. Will they survive? I mean, the SCVs are going to help turn the tides here immensely. Can they actually be involved at all? Sort of. They sort of can. There we go. Getting that surround. That's what you... No, just kidding. They didn't surround anything. They just sort of... Okay, the SCVs helped a little bit, I guess, but really, I feel like our red Protoss player was Azruel doing the good job. No. Don't kill this Nexus. Go kill the other dude. Go kill the other dude. Go... No. You guys... Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Moving out. They've decided to communicate this time. Moving out to the other side where the other dude is, trying to desperately build a forge. Trying desperately to wall off these probes so they don't get attacked. It's not working very well, though, as there's no wall. The SCVs and probes can come in this top side. It's going to be a wall. Are they running? Misha's running. Okay. Focus down the forge. Get the forge. Team Red, you got this thing. Probes still running for their lives, but I don't know. That's what you want to do. Some probes getting caught. Two getting caught and pinned. Misha running for it. Ali actually rebuilding a little bit here. Has 4 probes. Why would you come back here, Misha? Why lead them to your friend's house? They're trying to rebuild. Oh no, everyone's gonna die. All right, so can we? Here's a fight with not everybody involved. Dude, Misha, get in there and help out, dude. What are you doing? This game makes no sense. Oh, cannon coming up. Cannon coming up for Misha. Can a Protoss team win a game in Cheese Compilation number 8, you guys? I mean, you just have to live. You just kind of have to live at this point. This cannon is going to finish. Is there enough for another cannon? No. Not enough for another cannon. And the cannon does finish. Desperately trying to kill dudes. Falls. Oh, and they killed 2 enemy workers. Not great. I can't even tell who's winning here at this point. It's just probes versus SCVs. Some SCVs not really fighting, which is good. For a Protoss to Protoss player, these dudes are working on a pylon instead. What is going on? Oh, snap. Is Misha going to win this thing? Oh, Misha won that fight, you guys. Team Blue is actually, they got a Zealot out. Team Blue might actually survive this thing. Ali is going to take down the Nexus, or is going to lose the Nexus to Azrael. I apologize. Azrael doing the killing here. But one player survives with a ton of workers, and our Terran player, Adayoth, that is so hard to say. Adayoth. That sounds better. Zealot having a field day. 2 kills. Did he kill his own dude by accident? I think he just killed his own dude by accident. He got a little bit carried away. That's just fine. So Ali's out, but Adayoth has 1 worker. Azrael has 0. I mean, Azrael threw everything in that bucket. 100% for sure. 2 Zealots versus this number of probes. 9 probes. No, actually, Ali's probes are going... Azrael's probes, Rally, are going back up here to go back to work. Dang it, didn't get that one muted either. Surprise sneezes are the worst. Can't feel them coming, and they just kind of pop mid-sentence there. Okay, so Misha is alive. Misha is alive. Teammate completely dead at this point. Could actually funnel some money to the 1 probe that Ali has. Where are you, 1 probe that Ali has? Is that you? That's you, 1 probe that Ali has. Okay, so teammate could give enough money to Ali to make another Nexus and then bring them back to life. Because Terran and Protoss are doing the same thing, you guys. Team Red is coming back at you. And worker count is 16 for 1 team, Team Blue, while 17 total, but 1 probe isn't doing anything because there's no Nexus to work with. And Team Red has 15, which they might actually come back, you guys. Or worker rushes could win this, no less. They could win this thing after all. I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing it at all. All right, maybe try to expand down here. Try to sneak an expansion down there. If I give you enough money, Ali, can you make this worth it is the question. Ali says, you got it, sir. You got it. I will go down there and I will either hide. Maybe hide. Either way, these Zealots could wreck. There is nothing here for either of these players, but they're playing defense. Get out. Defense is a losing proposition right now, you guys. Okay, working on a Stalker. Great. Maybe move out when you have the Stalker. This cannon is going to help immensely if those workers come back. And the longer this goes, the more you know those workers are not coming back. Come on, go. They had to rebuild their entire economy from ground up. Gateway just finishing for Azrael. Adayoth just now making his first barracks. Nexus going down for Ali, which is pretty fantastic. If these guys just went, they could kill Azrael. They could kill Ada. I have no doubt in my mind they would just win the game right here. But instead, they're playing defensively. Go. Move. Oh, they moved a little bit. They moved to a different defensive position. Oh, you guys, you're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Okay, next time you're in this position, you guys, if you get worker rushed in a, for example, a 2v2, which I suppose happens fairly often, and you win, and you retreat, and you have a good number of workers remaining, and you get something in an army, it is time to go. Just go. Once you get your first 3 Stalkers, once you get a few Zealots, you can win any battle. But the longer you wait, the longer this goes, the longer you let them get back into this game. Playing defensively is buying you nothing, Misha. Nothing. Is it time to... Oh. Perhaps all of this pep talk... Perhaps all of this pep talk has put some inspiration into the heart of Misha. No. No, it has not. Moving to defend the ramp. Oh, you are so brave. You are so brave, Misha. Ali is happily mining from this gold base, which is wonderful news for our Red Protoss player. Adayoth has a couple Marines out, and this is just going to get worse and worse and worse for the blue team, who I am rooting for. Mind you, Dark Shrine on the way from Misha. Okay, a Dark Templar follow-up rush to a worker rush seems moderately okay. Gateway gets Warp Gate. Is that when it's time to go? When you get Warp Gate? Sure. You don't have any forward pylons, but why not? Why not go when you get the Warp Gate? Zealot trying to hold his own like a watchtower. Just get barely picked off by the Particle Disruptor from that Stalker. That is what that is, right? Particle Disruptor. Yo. Particle Disruptors. 2 of them. Forward pylon is being tossed down by Misha. Apparently, are we playing... I mean, this is a Mothership core, so it's not Wings of Liberty. Maybe this is Heart of the Swarm style. Have we actually seen anything that tells us this is... Oh, there are Adepts. Okay. Okay. Zealots and Stalkers at the front versus Zealot Marines and a ton of Zealots from Azrael. Oh, Azrael, I like this. Photon, okay, so forward Photon overchargeable pylon. Okay, that makes sense. That actually makes sense. Oh, not in range to be defended, though. Ah, cancel it. Cancel it. No, don't get in range of the charge, dude. Marines? Okay, got out. Got out. Some forward cannons here. Maybe they're trying to contain. This is actually a really weird... Really weird ZVZ, you guys. Yeah, this pylon is going to fall. Nothing... Oh, there's the Photon Overcharge. A little bit late. Does fall after getting a couple Marine kills. Mothership core has enough for one more Photon Overcharge. You want to come up, Adayoth? You want to deal with this thing? Slow warping of DTs. Oh, you're too close. Why would you get so close? Bam, bam. Stalker's chasing you down. Zealot's chasing you down. Zealot versus Zealot. DTs in the mix. Will Team Red notice before it's too late? Zealots, no, they don't notice. They're trying to get rid of this pylon. Little do they know there are DTs absolutely obliterating. Oh, all the Zealots are gone. All the Zealots are gone. The DT rush, a beautiful move by Misha. Could have won this game about 2 minutes earlier. I firmly, strongly believe that. But DT rush was pretty fantastic, as it turns out. So Protoss player Azrael is completely dead. At this point in time, that's it. Adayoth is out. I don't know why he left, but that's it. Azrael's gone too. And Team Blue, yes, Team Blue is our victor. Our Protoss and Protoss team won a game, you guys. Protoss fans can rejoice at this final game. Tell all their friends about it. I was watching a compilation of cheese games from Falcon Paladin, and Protoss was losing and losing and losing. But in the final game, they got worker rushed, and they held, and they won with DTs. So it was a little bit longer than it needed to have been, but that's okay. Good job, Protoss. Well done taking out the cheesy worker rushers today. I am proud of you for representing the Protoss race. Whew, okay, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another cheese compilation. You can find me on Twitter and Facebook and Patreon, as previously mentioned, all at /Falcon Paladin. That's the /, not the /. So twitter.com/Falcon Paladin. What is it? Also, Twitter and Facebook, paladin.com. What else is it gonna say there? I lost track. Let's do this again. Catch me at Twitter and Facebook and Patreon, all /Falcon Paladin. I guess that's it. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching and being here, and you take care of yourself.